right, Pam Bondi, she's the new Attorney General pick for Donald Trump. Conservative commentator Scott Jennings, he couldn't be more thrilled. Here he is.
But I can tell you, this is a massive upgrade. I've talked to a couple people up on the Hill already. There's a sigh of relief that now we have somebody here, two-term AG, strong record on drug enforcement and opioid issues, a total hawk on immigration.
I want to get your take on Gaetz stepping back and Bondi as the new Attorney General pick.
I agree completely with Scott Jennings. I think this is a tremendous upgrade. But she has experience running a very large Attorney General Department of Justice there in Florida. And so that is transferable experience. She's great in front of the cameras. That's going to be important for this Attorney General. And she's been a loyal Donald Trump friend and supporter and attorney. And I think that's really important, too. As she goes into the war, the president has to know that she has his back.
Okay, how about the concerns now over Chief of Staff Susie Wiles and lobbying? Is that troubling, or is this just a tempest in a teapot?
I actually got to laugh at this one. Look, almost everybody that goes into the White House, or many people, have a history of lobbying. That's just one of the unfortunate truths of politics. We can prevent the revolving door of lobbying through a convention of states, but until we do, everybody's going to have some of this baggage, and I don't think it disqualifies her at all. If you look at the Biden administration, it's full of lobbyists. The same was true for administrations before that.
All right, so the former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe just made his endorsement for FBI Director under Donald Trump. Here he is.
I think Mike Rogers is a totally reasonable, logical selection for FBI Director, if in fact that's the decision President-elect Trump makes.
Mark, being this is McCabe's pick, what does it tell us about the former congressman?
Yeah, it tells us absolutely not that he's part of the deep state, an insider in the security apparatus, and he absolutely should not be the pick. And I've heard through Dan Bongino from President Trump that his nomination is not on the table.
All right, Judge Juan Merchan, well, he's granted President-elect Donald Trump's request to file a motion to dismiss the charges in the so-called, quote, hush money case, New York versus Trump, and remove the sentencing date for the president-elect indefinitely. Is this a slow death of lawfare now?
It is a slow death of lawfare. It's a tremendous victory for Donald Trump. All of this stuff has proved to be specious. It was specious from the beginning. But to see the sentencing delayed, I think ultimately, hopefully, he's going to dismiss it. If he doesn't, it will be appealed, that non-dismissal, during Trump's presidency, and I believe it will go away anyway.
All right, so former President Bill Clinton, he believes Democrats are failing to communicate clearly to voters in middle America and use all the options that are available to them. Listen to his comments last night on MSNBC.
And there are zillions of new websites now, all trying to advance their sort of conservative to right-wing radical cause. And a lot of times we're not playing on the same field, and we're not even being heard.
Now, he might be talking about your website, Mark. Clinton said Democrats need to learn to talk to people in ways that they can relate to. So were they that out of touch in this last election?
Yeah, look, I think there's two things wrong with this. I mean, one is he talked about radical right-wing causes, and we should rewind the tape and remember that Bill Clinton said abortion should be safe, legal, and rare, and today they're demanding abortion at the 9-month and beyond. So the second thing is it's not about their messaging, it's about their policies. Americans hate their policies, and Democrats always think it's about messaging and not substance.
Yeah, they still, I think, don't get it. Mark, thank you so much. We'll come back to you in just a moment. Fior?
Greg, the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration stopped its airport cash seizure program after a government report found serious problems like unfair searches and the violation of inspection rules. According to the Washington Times, Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco announced the suspension on November 12th. The report claimed some airline workers were paid to target travelers, leading to unfair treatment and demands for stricter guidelines. Vivek Ramaswamy, who along with Elon Musk will lead the new Department of Government Efficiency, explains how things will work in the new Trump administration.
Score some early wins, and then you look at those bigger portions of the federal budget that need to be addressed one by one. So I think that's one way to think about this is how can the President of the United States, who's been elected with a historic mandate, actually do the thing that the voters have voted for? They haven't voted for incremental change here this time, Maria. We have voted for sweeping change, and the voters actually deserve to get it.